The United Nations General Assembly declared 2012 as the International Year of Cooperatives, highlighting the contribution of cooperatives to socio-economic development, particularly their impact on poverty reduction, employment generation, and social integration. Led by the Singapore National Cooperative Federation, the United Nations IYC Singapore program is the most significant milestone for the local cooperative movement as it engages Singapore in a year-long series of activities and initiatives that aims to raise awareness and educate the public about the social value and impact of cooperatives. It also seeks to bring the different cooperators to come together as one. The launch of the Singapore IYC program was kicked off at Resorts World Sentosa on 4th December by Minister of Education Mr. Heng Swee Keat with much pomp and ceremony, with the Minister of State, Ministry of Community Development, Youth and Sports, Madam Halima Yaacob, in attendance. It was also the night that SNCF launched the first of a series of 4 children's storybooks to encourage character building, promote reading, and instill positive values among children. Written by award-winning writer Emily Lim and supported by Seed Institute, the stories are based on cooperative values of cooperation, mutual help, self-help, and caring for the community. 4 books have been published and used in over 250 preschools in Singapore. The first 2 books enjoyed a translation to Hangul by ICOOP Korea in July 2012 as part of their International Cooperative Day. In October 2012, upon invitation by the Mayor of the Rochdale Borough Council, SNCF CEO Ms. Dolly Goh, together with advisor to the National Committee Singapore Mr. Seah Kian Peng, made their way to the birthplace of the cooperative principles and presented the storybooks to the Council. A piece of Singapore's cooperative history now resides in Rochdale Pioneers Museum and also in 17 Rochdale public libraries. All 4 books are now awaiting the translation to Mandarin, which will extend its reach to even more children and their parents. In March 2012, SNCF launched Co-op Hotshots, a photography competition that focuses on celebrating cooperative enterprise in 5 categories: cooperation, self-help, equality, mutual help, and care for others. This competition enabled the general public to capture their understanding of the cooperative principles in pictures. It drew over 1,100 entries locally and internationally from as far as Poland and India, and the results were truly spectacular. The competition lifted the profile of SNCF, and our Facebook received over 17,000 likes. In May 2012, SNCF collaborated with Singpost and unveiled a series of limited edition first day covers and postage stamps to commemorate the 86 years of Singapore's cooperative legacy. The 5 stamps are legal tender, with each tracing the milestones in Singapore. In 1844, founding of the Rochdale Cooperative Principles in England, of which Singapore cooperatives still uphold. In 1925, birth of Singapore's first cooperative, the Singapore Government Servants Cooperative Thrift and Loan Society, currently known as the Singapore Government Staff Credit Cooperative Society. In 1969, birth of the NTUC cooperatives, inspired by Singapore's founding fathers, the late Deputy Prime Minister Dr. Goh Keng Swee and Singapore's late President Mr. C.V. Devan Nair. In 1980, birth of the Singapore National Cooperative Federation, the national body for the Singapore cooperative movement, through an Act of Parliament. In 2012, Singapore celebrates the United Nations International Year of Cooperatives. This first-of-its-kind stamp series was launched by Singapore President Dr. Tony Tan Keng Yam during Coopalicious on June 9th. This mega event was held at the Marina Barrage, where a mass gathering of around 15,000 people came together as one to celebrate the IYC. It witnessed the largest gathering of cooperative members, staff and families in Singapore's history, demonstrating strength in solidarity. It was launched by the Guest of Honor, President Dr. Tony Tan Keng Yam, by placing the SNCF logo on the board together with SNCF Chairman Mr. Chan T-Say. A total of more than 4,000 cooperative members, staff and their families participated in a 3.5-kilometer walk from outside Stadium MRT station through Gardens by the Bay and to the Marina Barrage. Co-operative also saw the setting of a record of the largest number of people doing a chorus reading led by the Minister of State, Ministry of Community Development, Youth and Sports, Madam Halima Yaacob. The Singapore Book of Records for the most number of fathers and children reading to each other together was also broken that day by SNCF with the help of the National Library Board. The event grew more exciting when participants got together to dance to the song Co-operative, Come Together as One, which was locally composed and choreographed for the IYC. The 15,000-strong crowd truly enjoyed the grand finale of the fireworks against the backdrop of Marina Bay Sands. The IYC Regional Conference 2012 saw more than 800 leaders of the cooperative, charity and social enterprise sectors from across the region like Malaysia and Indonesia come together to dialogue on how social capital drives profits, growth and sustainability. Guest of Honor Mr. Chan Chun Sing, Acting Minister, Ministry of Community Development, Youth and Sports and Senior Minister of State, Ministry of Defence, kicked off the one-day regional summit held on 3rd October 2012. IYC 2012 conference focuses on key leadership issues relating to the practice, purpose and process of leading and managing cooperatives in a sustainable way, resulting in greater social and economic impact. With a panel of distinguished international and local speakers, Professor Rosabeth M. Cantor from Harvard University shared on how social capital drives profits, growth and sustainability. On 5th October, cooperatives from Singapore embarked on a 3-day road trip called Co-op Wheels Adventure, aimed to strengthen ties between Singapore and Malaysia cooperatives and to enable cross-border collaborations that would benefit the cooperative movement in both countries. The Singapore convoy was flagged off by Mr. Seah Kian Peng, advisor to the IYC National Committee Singapore. They travelled to Kuala Terengganu, where they networked with Malaysian co-ops and Angkatan Koperasi Kebangsaan Malaysia Berhad, also known as Angkasa, the National Cooperative Organisation of Malaysia.
I love seeing the video of the fathers reading the books to their children. I thought it was an absolutely great initiative. We have to prepare the future leaders of our cooperative movement, and I think your books are a good way to ensure young people know about the cooperative movement.
I think the Singapore programme has been the best in the world. The International Year of Cooperatives has been so special, and one of the reasons it's been so special is that we've learned more about each other. And what I've seen of the way that the Singapore movement has come together early in good time, wonderful preparations, but also with great creativity.
I would like to congratulate SNCF in their fabulous success during the International Year of the Cooperative and encourage the young people of Singapore to stand up. As you enter into adulthood, remember, these are our communities too, and we need to take ownership and responsibility for making them what we want to see.
Held in conjunction with the closing ceremony of the United Nations International Year of Cooperatives 2012, the IYC Closing and Honour Awards Dinner hosted more than 500 leaders and members of Singapore cooperatives. Guest of Honour Mr. Lim Swee Say, Minister, Prime Minister's Office and Secretary General NTUC, presented the SNCF Honor Awards to honor those who have made a difference and contributed to growing the cooperative movement in Singapore and internationally. SNCF CEO Ms. Dolly Goh gave an introduction to what makes a cooperative champion before special guest Mr. Lawrence Wong, Acting Minister for Culture, Community and Youth and Senior Minister of State, Ministry of Communications and Information, presented the Co-op Champion trophies to the trailblazers who had paved the way for the cooperatives of today. All in all, it had been one terrific year, filled with getting to know one another, supporting each other, and coming together as one.